Truth be told, I don't think Arsenal they are destined to do anything great again. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, no, no. This is too much. 4 times in a row. You can say technically that City they have not won the league, but this is Arsenal. If somebody told me around January, December, around February that this Arsenal come this April, that this is the situation they will be in, I will tell you it's a lie. In fact, around February, I believe Arsenal that nobody was informed enough to even come close to them. Nobody was informed. I think at some point in time in the season, they were ahead of the table with I think around 9 points or so, 8 or 9 points, only for them to be in this situation now. That is why I have come to the conclusion that this Arsenal team, this Arsenal Football Club, they are not meant to do anything great. It's just a waste of time. If Arsenal is in first position and you are in second, just be consistent at being in your second position, because you know that definitely you will swap your position with them. You will swap that position with this Arsenal team. Arsenal can still win the league mathematically, but logically, as it stands now, this Arsenal team, they are dead and buried. They are not going to see. It is more likely that Arsenal will drop points at this point in time in the season than City. After what happened at the Etihad Stadium, I could not believe my eye. Arsenal, they are doing it again for the 4th time in a row. Unbelievable. Who does that? Who does that? In fact, last season that Liverpool won the league, that should be their season of winning the league. That is why I'm very, very sad. Had it been, as a Chelsea fan, we don't have stupid owners, the blue coat. Maybe we would have even been the ones that, will be able to get this gift. These gifts that they just, they are just temporary holders at that first position. I think the dictionary should be updated. Second place should, as in the word second should be removed, and Arsenal should replace the word second, because that is what Arsenal just mean. They don't like first position. They just remain in the second. That is their favorite position. Second. What? 4 times in a row. I think there should be a trophy for that. Second in a row, quadruple. Yeah, exactly. They were shouting quadruple. They are going to win 4 trophies. 4 trophies. I think the 4 trophies is 4 second places in 4 seasons. That should be the trophy. That should be the quadruple that they should be giving to me. The trophy should the FA should mold a trophy for them and give them for coming second. This should be a record. I don't really know, but I think this should be a record. No other team I think have done this in a row consistently. Yes, Arsenal, they are very consistent. To be frank, yeah, they are very consistent, and they are very consistent in their second place. It's a shame. It's a shame. Same every new season, same taste. Just like Patrick Evra will already just said it some time ago that Arsenal is like Netflix. Every season there will always be a next season. There will always be a next season. That is what Arsenal are. I feel bad for my club, but Arsenal, their own situation is worst. I don't think there is any team, either Liverpool. Liverpool at a time they even won it. At a time they won it, and during the period that City were winning, when they were contesting with Liverpool, City were extreme, as in 1 point different. Sometimes they hardly lose matches, them and Liverpool. But that's not really the case in Arsenal case. City, most times, they struggle and they come back and win the league. Shocking. They will struggle and finally they will come back and win the league. That is it. That is just what makes me mad. I can't believe what just happened. City, possibly they might be the champion this year again. Guardiola should just leave the league for us, please. Maybe Mikel Arteta will find a way to win one. That is just the solution now. Guardiola should just leave. He should just leave the Premier League. Then maybe Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, they will have opportunity to win their own win the competition. If not, with this rate, I don't think they are ever going to win anything serious. Don't forget the Champions League. Forget. I know that is the next thing that their fans will be saying, but Arsenal, they are not a serious team, to be frank.